Hey guys, Travis from BetLab Sports once again. There's a big game in the NBA tonight. Spurs at the Warriors, and the Warriors are coming off of a loss in their last game, so I wanted to take a look to see how really good teams have done against the spread coming off a straight up loss. First, let's look at just this unique example. Um, let's take a look at the Warriors, and let's go back this season and last season. Um, So we'll select the two most recent seasons here. And finally, we'll look at the previous margin to only select games in which they lost. So we can see it's only happened 23 times in the last 2 years in the regular season. And after that, the Warriors are only 12 and 11 against the spread. So not a very good sample size, but B, even if it was, it's not a very good record. So let's go ahead and delete what we just put in there. We still want to leave the previous game margin after a loss, but now instead of just specifically looking at the Warriors, let's take a look at all good teams. So anytime you have a team that's doing really well, let's say the cutoff is at least a 70% um, win rate, and we can take a look to see how well that is done. Anywhere from a 100-point loss to a 1-point loss in their last game. So that should cover everything. Come down here to the graph. So you see a big dip here in the 2010-2011 season, a bounce back in 2011-2012 season. But overall, nothing special. 51.5% against the spread. Barely any units won over an 11-year sample. One thing we should look at is the time period, because if you look at this team win percentage, it doesn't say any minimum number of games. Um, so a team could be, 3-1. So they technically have a 75% win percentage. So that would fit that criteria. So it might be a good idea to look at game number or game month. Either one would work here. And you can see, especially those early games where it's not really a fit yet, later in the season. But you'll see even after there's a significant sample, there's a lot of losses. So even if we said like, okay, let's do 24 games or later, obviously it improves it a little bit, but your ROI is still really low at 2%. So even though it may look like tonight would be a great bounce back spot for the Warriors against the spread, history has just shown that it really hasn't been the case for these really good teams coming off of a loss. They're still going to be a pretty big favorite most of the time. And so the data just doesn't back up the sentiment that the Warriors be more focused now after losing to the Timberwolves their last game. But the good thing is we get to watch tonight. Should be a great game. If you want to do any of this data yourself, you can for free at betlabsports.com. You just go in there and sign up with an email address, and you can start creating some NBA systems just like you've seen here. And be sure to check out any of the past videos as well in case you missed anything. Until next time, best of luck, guys.